Hi there, welcome to this month's market update. An important update because of course the end of June saw the finish line of the £500,000 stamp duty break. So I'm going to talk to you about what the impact of that was, what it's meant for the market, was there the cliff edge that everyone was predicting, and of course what's going to happen looking ahead. Now before I do, as always, please hit the subscribe button to this channel and then we'll send you notifications of when we film these videos. And also, if you like watching our market update videos, please hit the like button on this. It will really help us out. So let me tell you about what happened at the end of June. Was there the cliff edge that everybody or a lot of people said there would be? Put simply, no. There was, however, the single highest ever recorded number of completions in a single month across Manning-Stainton, and that's some record. Just to give you an idea, if we compare to the last 4 or 5 years, we're looking at somewhere around double the number of completions in that single month than we would be used to seeing. Did we see a big fall-off rate of properties that didn't make the finish line? No, we didn't. And I think that's largely because we still exist within this seller's market, a seller's market where they were able to turn around in that moment and say, I'm really sorry, if you don't want to pay the stamp duty, we'll put the house back on the market. And I think that allowed people to just continue doing what they were doing. So we've seen no great fall off on the back of that first end of the threshold. And a lot of work has gone in from guys at our place, solicitors, surveyors, and of course the buyers and sellers to make sure that that was the case. So of course, the big question we always get asked is what's happening with prices. Prices are rising, and they're rising at a significant rate, as I'm sure you're all reading. Our own numbers tell us about 14.5% growth year on year. Average sale price at Manning-Stainton now just over £260,000. That's the equivalent of about £35,000 more than you'd have been paying a year ago. But don't just rely on me. Even if you look at the land registry stats, they're saying a 12% annual increase in prices. And honestly, I don't believe that that's going to change anytime soon. So let's try and look ahead and talk about what we think is going to happen to the market in the remainder of this year. And I believe that there are 4 significant factors that will determine the trajectory of this environment. Okay, number 1 is the relative lack of supply that there is of property in the market. Number 2 is the good availability of mortgage funding. Number 3 is the resurgence of investors coming back into the market. And number 4 has been the well-documented government intervention in the housing market. And I'm just going to give you a very brief idea on each of these, if that's okay. Okay, so for some time there has been a general lack of supply in the market. We've been feeling that for quite a number of years, but I believe that the pandemic has only made this situation worse. We've also got a fast-growing population, particularly across our region. Now, back in 2016, there were some figures that came out that said that we needed to build 90,000 new homes to satisfy the demand that there was by 2021. Now, by our estimates, and by the estimates available out there, that number looks to be about 30 to 40,000 units behind where it needed to be. And obviously that's creating this real pent-up demand as well that exists in the market, just not enough homes to satisfy it. I'm going to give you a great example of that. One of our offices up in North Leeds put a property to market, a really nice brick-built, ex-local authority home, came to market at £140,000. We had, within an hour, the 40 viewings that we would allow under COVID restrictions all booked in and ready to go. These are really great buyers, all in a position to proceed. And within a week, we had 110 people who'd registered to say they'd also like to go and see the property. Within a few days following on from that, that list had extended, and we had nearly 200 people registered as being interested in viewing a single property available in the market. And that is an astonishing figure, and a figure which gives you some indication of what that shortage of supply looks like when compared with the excess of demand that there is. So let's talk around where this demand is coming from. Well, I believe that the availability of mortgage funding, as it is at the moment, is a serious factor that's contributing to that. Gross lending for 2021 is expected to be 283 billion. And in terms of the first quarter of lending in 2021, it hit the highest level that we have seen since quarter 4 of 2007. And that was the end of the last boom market. Let me give you some interesting facts around this. Right now, if you look, and I talked to one of our own mortgage advisors about a week ago about this, we have 141, there or thereabouts, 5% loan to value mortgages available as of right now. And that's a situation that we haven't seen for some years. And when you've got access to those sorts of mortgages at the rates that they currently exist, that only brings more buyers to the market. Talking about buyers, we have also seen a huge resurgence in interest from the investment market, particularly for investors searching from out of the area. And when I say out of the area, I mean from the south. So we have a lot of southern-based investors that are now coming into our marketplace, searching out better yields that are available and also trying to take advantage of the strong capital growth that exists in the north of England. And again, that's just adding even more buyers into the market than we've been used to seeing before, helping again to push up prices. And that fourth factor, which I mentioned, was government intervention. The government are clearly invested in making sure that the property market continues along the path that it is, particularly focusing on first-time buyers with all of the various different schemes that they've got out there in the market at the moment. And we know that this government is going to be here until around May 2024. That's the date of the next general election. So you'd expect that for at least another year or two, we're going to have a continuation of the market that we are seeing at present. So all in all, when you try and put that together, what do we expect to happen to prices over the next year? I can only see through the remainder of 2021 that the market will continue. I don't think we're going to see the same level of price rise, but I would expect to see at least another 4 or 5% added onto prices as they are already in 2021, and would anticipate that in 2022 that trend will continue again further. Of course though, as always, you're going to have to watch these updates to stay in touch with what's happening in the market. As always as well, you can give our team a call. We're available 8 AM till 8 PM, 7 days a week. We'd love to talk to you about how we can help you move, and thank you for watching this video.